morning. Happy Sunday. Hope everyone's having a beautiful day. So today I'm going to be making bread, but I'm going to be using my Thrive Life Country White Dough Mix. And it has an expiration date of 3 years, and it's coming up on that, so I'm going to go ahead and make it. A lot of their stuff is, like 25, 30 years, but some things are 3 years, some things are 15 years, and the bread mix happens to be 3 years. So we're going to use it today to make our bread. And so it's sealed up. If you've never heard of Thrive Life, it's a company where you can buy dehydrated and freeze-dried food, to stock up or to use every day, or however you want to do it. So you're going to take out the oxygen absorber. We don't need that. And it takes the whole can to make 1 loaf of bread, and then you have to add your yeast, which we'll do here in a minute. But I wanted to add some spices to it before I do that. So I'm going to add, this is about 2 tablespoons of fresh chopped rosemary, because I want it to be kind of a savory bread. And then to that I'm going to add a teaspoon of Italian seasoning mix, and I use the Tones Italian seasoning mix. And then this one here is onion powder. Members Mark, it's from Sam's Club. Granulated onion powder. And a little bit of, about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now it says there's already salt in the mix, but I'm going to add a little bit more anyway. And then we're going to mix this up. It smells good. I love rosemary in bread. This will be good for sandwiches, for toast, however you want to eat it. But you can also use this mix, which I haven't done yet, but you can use this mix to make cinnamon rolls, pizza dough, just regular rolls, donuts, whatever you want. And it's just something convenient. Okay, alright, now we got this part mixed up. Now we're going to put this in my stand mixer. If I can bring you up a little bit. I may bring you over some. Okay, to our bowl, we're going to add our warm water. Now, according to this Country White Dough Mix, you add 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of water, which I've already measured out. I'm going to pour that in there. And it's about between 100 and 110, because you don't want to kill your yeast. If it's too hot, it will kill your yeast, definitely. And then I'm adding 2 1/4 teaspoons of active dry yeast. I'm just going to sprinkle that on the top. This is the one I'm using, the Fleischmann's active dry yeast. And we're going to take our whisk. I'm just going to whisk it around a little bit. Okay, that in there like that. Let's put our dough hook on. The KitchenAid here. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to slowly add our bread mix. I think I'm going to use a cup here. Let's turn it on low. There we go. Add a little bit at a time. And let's see. I'll have to get my scraper so we can scrape it down some. Use this scraper here. And just want to keep adding the bread dough, or the bread mixture, a little bit at a time. Let's heat it up here a little bit. There we go. I'm going to sling it everywhere. Just keep scraping it down in there. Okay, so I'm going to keep adding this, and I will bring you back when I've got all the mixture in there. Okay, I've got all the mixture added, and now I have to let it knead for 5 minutes or so until it comes together in a ball. So we're going to let it keep going, and I will bring you back when we've got our ball of dough. Okay, it's been almost 5 minutes, and it's ready to take out of here and put in a bowl. Okay, here we go. And I've got a bowl. If I can get this without... There we go. Comes right off. Let's move this out of the way. Here's our bowl. I've got some coconut oil in here. I'm going to get us a circle going here. There we go. Don't really have to knead it anymore, but I need to get it. Here we go. Okay. Get us a nice ball going here. Get the bottom pinched. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Okay, we're going to put it in here. Some more coconut oil. You can use olive oil, but I'm out of olive oil, so I'm using coconut oil. And I've got coconut oil all in the bowl. Alright, there we go. Now we're going to cover this up with saran wrap and let it rise for about 40 minutes till it doubles in size. And I will bring you back when we get ready to put it in the bread pan and put it in the oven. And we're going to preheat our oven sometime between this rises and at 350 degrees. Beautiful. Okay, it's been about 45 minutes, and look at that. It's beautiful. It's more than half the size it was. So now we're going to take it out, form it into a loaf, and I already have my loaf pan sprayed with my Baker's Joy, or you can use oil or whatever, and it's got to rise again for about another hour in the loaf pan. So let's take this out of here. I hate to even mess it up. I don't think it's going to mess it up though. And then we're going to shape it into a loaf. So really all you need to do is just pinch the bottom a little bit. Okay, and we're going to put it in our pan. I'm going to fill it. Okay. Now I'm going to cover it with the same saran wrap. Please get another piece. Actually, I think I'm going to leave it off. And we're going to set it in a warm area, and we're going to let it rise for an hour until it comes up to the top of the pan. Okay, here's the bread. It's risen in the pan for about almost an hour, and I think it's pretty high. It's high enough. So I decided to melt some butter, and I'm going to brush gently on the top. You don't have to do this, but I think it'll make it a nice golden brown. It'll taste good too. And we're going to get it in the oven for about 30 to 35 minutes or until it's golden brown. There we go. And you can also score it if you want to, but I don't think I'm going to. I think because I'm going to cut it for sandwiches. I really don't need that score down the middle. Alright. And we're going to sprinkle a little bit of kosher salt. Alrighty then. Okay, into the oven it goes, and I'll bring you back when it's finished. Okay, there's our beautiful loaf of Thrive Life bread mix. It turned out gorgeous. And so I'm going to take a little bit more butter, oops, and brush on there. And the salt is still on there, so that will be delicious. So I appreciate you watching the video. Give it a thumbs up. And like and share. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so, because I have a lot more videos coming up. And I so appreciate y'all watching. Oh, it smells wonderful in here. That rosemary and onion powder that's in there. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. So I will catch you in my next video. Bye.